Loom has now been added as a Google Chrome extension, and you're ready to use Loom to create any lessons that you need to share with your students. Loom is amazing in that it allows you to talk through it. It allows you to work live on the screen, just like if the students were in front of you in class. And of course, they can pause, they can do their own work, they can come back, they can click unpause, they can rewind if they need to hear it again. I'm going to show you using a good morning song. So make sure you go to the app, the site, the document, whatever it is that you want to use with the students. On the right-hand side, we have the Loom for Chrome extension. It should be red. If it's not red and it's grayed out, then something's wrong. You'll need to click on it and go in and see if it's giving you an error message. You may even need to uninstall and reinstall. Once you're on the tab that you want to use, click the Loom extension. The back is going to gray out. It's not going to stay gray. But as it's getting going for you, it's going to gray out the back. You're going to see this window pop in, and you have three options. You have screen plus camera. When you touch the screen plus camera, it's going to make this back come back bright, and it's going to show the camera. Now, a lot of you may say, I don't feel comfortable recording myself. I want you to think about it like this. Think about the implication and the effect that it has on students to be able to see your face and hear your voice. Even though you're not there real time with them, it gives the air that you are there with them. And it just makes it a little bit more personal. Screen only is going to take the camera away, and it's going to turn it into your first initial. You can click the X and make this whole piece go away, but do know that if you take it all the way away, it has a hard time coming back. You may have to close out and go all the way back in to bring the camera back. So camera only is going to keep the screen grayed out. They are still going to be able to see what's in the background, but the focal point is going to be on you. I'm going to go back to screen plus camera. It changed it back from my initial to my face. You can click and drag the camera anywhere you need it to be. You can change the size of your camera. So that's large. Got a medium size. Small is good for when you are sharing your screen to make sure that they can see the whole screen but also see you. If you do drag this all the way to the right hand side, just know you're going to need the X to pause button, and it's going to turn green once you start recording, but you're going to need that button as well. Okay, I'm going to keep it as full desktop. You can use current tab. Current tab is not going to allow you to go anywhere else. Okay, the other thing I want you to notice is you have beside the microphone audio, you have, I'm not sure why my camera is acting funny. You have a microphone bar. When you talk, it picks up on that microphone bar. If you're talking and the bar is not moving, then it's not picking up on your audio. I have found sometimes Loom gets slow, and it'll need to sit for about 30 seconds. Then just do testing 1, 2, 3. See if it's recognizing your voice. If it's not, sit and wait another 30 seconds. You can try that for up to about 2 minutes. If it never picks up your voice, reboot your entire computer and start all the way over again. But do make sure that bar is moving before you get started. When you click Start Recording, it's going to give you the option of your entire screen or the application window. I always use your entire screen. There are times where I want to toggle back and forth between even a website and a document that is minimized, or I want to go back and forth between multiple tabs. When you click it, it's going to highlight a little bit around each box. It might be a light blue, it might be a light gray. And then when you click Share, then it's going to actually start the sharing. It's going to do a countdown. Don't start talking to your students as soon as the countdown is over. because if you don't wait a couple of seconds, it'll end up cutting off your first few words, which could very well be important. One of the other things I want you to notice is you have this bar that says Loom for Chrome is sharing your screen. Stop sharing is going to cut it all the way off. Hide is just going to take that little bar away. So I do click hide. This X beside your picture cancels recording. If you click that, there is no going back and getting it. Pause. If you're recording and say your internet hangs up and you're having to sit and wait, you can click pause. You can let it catch up or get straight with whatever you need to get straight with, and then click the unpause button and it'll let you pick up right where you left off. And we're not going to use this green check until we're all the way done with our finished recording. Now, you've seen me move my picture around multiple times today. You may have to do the same thing to make sure that it's in the right spot. That's okay. Of course, you can maximize your window. You can talk. You can sing with them. Whatever you would actually do when you're with your students, you can use Loom. Once you are done and you've done your entire lesson, click Finish Recording. It's going to show you a little window in the bottom right, and it's going to say Copied URL. It does go ahead and it copies your address, the new web address for that particular video. However, you're not going to use it from there. Not quite yet. You see that it automatically generates a title for your video. That title might not be what you want it to be. Before you tell it copy link, you want to change the name to whatever it is you want it to be. Once you click copy link, even if you change the name, you cannot go back and undo it. Okay, so I have titled it Morning Message, the Good Morning Song. Now I'm going to say copy link, and the link is copied. And then I could open up, I could paste it into my Google Classroom, put it wherever I need it to be, and that would be the link that the students click on. Now, you also have privacy settings. You can invite specific people. You can add a password. I don't do any of those things. If you share that link with your students, they're going to be the only ones who can get into it. There's no need to add a password. You can also click public, where anybody could search for it on the whole internet and find it. So you may would just want to do link sharing, which is already defaulted to. You share the link with your students, and they're the ones who will be able to get to it. And that should cover everything.